also
Mm.
this
Yeah.
week in New York. And I was surprised, and I like her. I think we're friends, and I hope we stay friends. But I was surprised how far right she is. I guess, and when I first came
Yeah.
out, she said to me, first thing she said was, I think we're on the scale not that far apart. You like a 4, I'm a 6. She's not a 6. She's a 9.5, close to Trump. I mean, this is someone who, had more than one fight with Trump.
Yeah. Honestly, I think with her, I don't know her, but I've been on her show a couple times and I've seen other episodes and I saw your episode. I think this isn't one of those cases where I certainly, my spidey sense is detecting what I'm calling audience capture. She really knows her audience. She
Right.
knows what her audience wants to hear. And I'm not saying that she's just fundamentally dishonest, but it bends her emphasis. And I think to a remarkable degree, she's incredibly fair with people who her audience despises. I mean, I think much of her audience thinks you and I are just
No,
libtard
she
assholes.
was very, yes, they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
She was much nicer to me,
Yeah.
really, I think, than I was to her. I mean, not that I was mean, but I lost my patience a little because,
Yeah. Absolutely.
I think I said to her at one point, the problem is you can't see the difference between an elephant and a mouse. You're hitting me with these whataboutisms,
Yeah.
Hunter Biden's laptop, and it's just not the same. And, I got to say, she not deterred by that, and we ended it nicely. But here's my question that I think gets to a media question. I said at one point, apropos of your citing there January 6th, what do you do exactly when a mob takes over the United States Capitol, breaking windows, knocking down doors, killing police officers? She said, let me stop you right there. They didn't, no cops were killed. And then, she is a smart person who does her homework and told me why. Okay, this is my problem with the media. Do I believe her, or do I believe, like what I've heard, that there were cops killed?
Well, I think at least one died seemingly as a result of the
But
violence,
what
but
I'm,
not didn't die
okay,
on site.
and look,
Yes, right.
I have a
So
staff that gets to the bottom of these things for
yeah,
me. But what I'm saying is most people don't have a staff. Without that staff, like doing a deep dive, because I'm not that great a researcher, this question, which until they do this deep dive, I'm going to still have in my head, I always was told and read and thought cops were killed on that
mm,
day. No, she says, no, that's a misnomer, blah, blah, blah. I, everything I read, almost everywhere, I only half believe.
hmm yeah,
And that's
yeah.
tedious. It's a
It's
tedious
really
way to have to gather information.
yeah, and
I don't blame people
it's
for turning
insidious.
off.
Yeah, because then what you're left with is each person on their own trying to shore up civilization with their own intuitions about what is real. Like
Right.
if
Yes.
you're not trusting institutions
Right.
to deliver you what they are ostensibly good at, facts about the safety of drugs, facts about the
Right.
reality of what's happening in a war, I mean, whatever it
Right.
is, and you're just getting a vibe on based on your social media scroll. It's awful.
That
Yeah.
describes